Very interesting teacher and speaker. Google him. But back to Oprah. Oprah had just read his latest book, What We Talk About When We Talk About God, and she was excited about it. And during this interview, he shared many insights, but one in particular stood out for me. He shared meeting a friend of a friend who cleaned homes. And he said that he was delighted at his acquaintance because he said that this person told him that he felt blessed that people would allow him into their homes to bring order and cleanliness. And Rob Bell said that as he spoke of his service to others, he lit up and beamed with enthusiasm. Now Oprah got excited. You know how Oprah gets when she has an aha moment, right? She jumped in and she said, she had just asked her hairdresser what he thought his life's purpose was. And then the camera panned to the hairdresser in the wings, and he shrugged. And so she said, he said, I don't know. So she said, and I'm paraphrasing, like a light bulb went on. I know, you're doing it. You've been doing my hair for 30 years, and I still have hair. This was his life passion and purpose and God's will for him, to beautify people. Everyone has a mission, and there's no big or small in the mind of God. Everybody's mission is important. We need not suffer under the delusion that God's will is separate and unattainable. We can align with it. And that makes me think about Nelson Mandela. He comes to mind. He admitted that he did not spend a lot of time with his family, and he did have a bit of regret that he took so much time away from his family. But he was following his soul's purpose. He could have let go of his ideals and stayed home and been a family man or a traditional father figure, if there is such a thing. But he chose the vision of his soul's purpose. If he had chose a different life, I'm not sure that he would have been as happy as he was in the end. But he chose love over hate and forgiveness over bitterness, mutual understanding over conflict. His divine light opened our hearts and minds and demonstrated that we always have choice. He not only did the talk, but he walked the walk. This selfless soul, living the qualities of God, love and peace, not only changed a country, but he is also changing a worldview. So let's do some editing and align our words and actions. Ask yourself, what is God's will for me? Am I living in sync? Am I living from the small self or the God self? And here's an affirmation. Since I know that I am one with God and never separate, I know that my will and God's will are one for me. My desire is God's desire for me. It is God pushing forth more of itself through me. I take action. I move my feet. I want to leave you with this thought. When you think of God's will, sometimes it seems to loom too large when you think of it in terms of the microcosm, of the macrocosm, actually. Take it to the microcosm level and look at your life, not your neighbor's life, not your partner's life, your boss's life, the reality star's life, not your best friend's life, but your life in the grand scheme of things. Your unique individual expression. Are you being all that you can be? Are you giving or hoarding? Are you patient or angry? Are you compassionate or fearful? Are you selfless or selfish? Are you loving or spiteful? Do you really love God, which is others? Remember, there is no separation. God is not separate from its creation. God's will is for us to realize who we are, to let go of fear and criticism of ourselves and others, to live fully by letting the light of God into our hearts, minds, and spirit. Let's be in sync. You create the kingdom. The whole world is a better place if the real you shows up. Remember the words of Eckhart Tolle in his book, A New Earth, Awakening to Your Life's Purpose. There is a new species arriving on the planet, and you are it. Thank you.